Your Excellency, Mr. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to meet the extended members of the SCO family today. Let me first appreciate the efforts of the Kazakh chair in taking this initiative to convene us all. I convey the following remarks on behalf of Prime Minister Modi, who could not be here because of the ongoing Parliament session in India. I begin. Excellencies, the world is currently experiencing profound shifts driven by geopolitical tensions, geo-economic forces, and geotechnological advancements. They all have sweeping implications. As we look ahead, there are both immediate and systemic challenges and opportunities arising from them. Even as we address those, let us be clear that the world is inexorably moving towards real multipolarity. In such a scenario, the SCO will only become more important. But its true value would depend on how well all of us can cooperate amongst ourselves. We have already had discussions about that within the SCO. The same extends to the extended family. Speaking of challenges, terrorism would surely rank foremost for many of us. The truth is that it continues to be used by nations as a tool of destabilization. We have had our own experiences with cross-border terrorism. Let us be clear that terrorism in any form or manifestation cannot be justified or condoned. Harboring terrorists must be strongly condemned. Cross-border terrorism requires a decisive response, and terrorism finance and recruitment must be effectively countered. The SCO must never waver in its commitment. We cannot have double standards in this regard. When it comes to geoeconomics, the need of the day is to create multiple, reliable, and resilient supply chains. This is an important takeaway from the COVID experience. Make in India can add to the engines of global growth and help democratize the global economy. India is open to partnering with others in capacity building, especially nations of the global south. Technology not only holds great promise in our times, but is increasingly a game changer on both development and security. The digital era needs more trust and transparency. AI and cybersecurity raise crucial issues of their own. At the same time, India has shown that digital public infrastructure and digital financial inclusion can make such a huge difference. Both were discussed during our SCO presidency. But today, they can also expand the scope for international cooperation and involving SCO members and partners. Excellencies, while standing resolute on challenges, it is equally important to actively and collaboratively explore avenues of progress. The current global debate is focused on creating new connectivity linkages that would better serve a rebalanced world. If this is to gather momentum, it requires the joint efforts of many. It must also be respectful of sovereignty and territorial integrity of states and be built on the foundation of non-discriminatory trade and transit rights to neighbors. For the SCO extended family, we flagged the progress made on Chabahar port recently through a long-term agreement between India and Iran. This not only holds great value to landlocked Central Asian states, but also de-risks commerce between India and Eurasia. While on the region, let me also speak about Afghanistan. We have a historical relationship between our peoples that is the bedrock of our ties. Our cooperation covers development projects, humanitarian assistance, capacity building, and sports. India remains sensitive to the needs and aspirations of the Afghan people. The SCO extended family shares a commitment to reform the current international order This is only possible when those efforts extend to the United Nations and the Security Council. We hope that in the near future, we can develop a strong consensus on the way ahead. Excellencies, India has contributed significantly to enhancing the economic agenda of the SCO. We have institutionalized mechanisms like the SCO Startup Forum and the Special Working Group on Startup and Innovation. With 130,000 startups in India, including 100 unicorns, our experience can be useful for others. When it comes to medical and wellness tourism, you may be aware that the WHO has set up a global center for traditional medicine in Gujarat. In SCO, India has taken the initiative for a new SCO working group on traditional medicine. Enhancing education, training, and capacity building are key pillars of India's cooperation. We are committed to further building on them, be it with C5 partners of Central Asia or those of the Neighborhood First or the Extended Neighborhood. Excellencies, as more countries seek association with SCO as observers and dialogue partners, we must strive to communicate better and deeper so that our consensus is also stronger. Granting English the status of a third official language will be crucial in that regard. We congratulate the Kazakh side for hosting the successful summit. As Vishwa Bandhu, or the friend of the world, India will always strive to deepen cooperation with all its partners. We also extend our best wishes for the success of the upcoming Chinese presidency of the SCO. This concludes the remarks of Prime Minister Modi. I thank you for your attention.